This is Iraj Khan live from Karachi studio. The geopolitical landscape of 2025 is witnessing a historic decisive shift. Western-led institutions NATO, the G7 and Quad are showing structural fragility, strategic incoherence and declining operational relevance, while BRICS, once seen as a rising multipolar counterweight, has lost momentum under China's recalibrated focus. India's isolation in Western forums underscores this reality. Once quoted as a rising power in BRICS and G7 discussions, New Delhi now finds itself on the sidelines. Trump's abandonment of the Quad by cancelling his visit to India, a visit Modi was desperately counting on to salvage ties through face-to-face dialogue, has left New Delhi exposed and humiliated. The episode underscores India's diminishing relevance in Indo-Pacific multilateralism, where even Washington no longer sees value in engaging it as a credible partner. In contrast, the SCO has emerged as the structural and strategic core of a new world order, anchored in sovereignty, shared survival, and operational cohesion. Unlike Western alliances which rely on transactional and temporary commitments, the SCO embodies strategic depth, geographic reach, and coordinated influence. NATO, long celebrated as the cornerstone of global security, now struggles with internal division and strategic misalignment. The Trump's administration's demand for European allies to increase defense spending to 5% of GDP exposed deep fractures. Germany, France, Italy, Spain, and Belgium resisted, citing domestic constraints and skepticism about the practicality of such mandates. Japan and Australia, despite being key US partners in the Indo-Pacific, refused to make primitive military commitments regarding Taiwan, emphasizing capability-driven planning over numerical targets. The Quad, originally promoted as a counterbalance to China, has also faltered operationally, reflecting the limits of US-driven coercion and the difficulty of translating political rhetoric into credible action. The G7 summit in Alberta further highlighted Western weaknesses. The absence of a joint communique, President Trump's early departure, and unresolved disputes over Russia, Ukraine, and the Middle East revealed an alliance unable to produce coherent policy or strategic direction. BRICS, while historically a forum for counterbalancing Western economic dominance, has similarly diminished in influence. China's pivot to the SCO and operationally integrated military-capable partnership signals a strategic shift away from symbolic groupings to functional high-impact alliances. Meanwhile, the SCO demonstrates cohesion, depth, and global relevance. China's recent military parade, attended by Russia, Pakistan, North Korea, and 26 SCO members and observers, showcase the organization as a functional counterpart to NATO, geographically vast, militarily integrated, and politically coherent. The SCO's strength lies in its multi-dimensional integration, defense coordination, intelligence sharing, joint exercises, infrastructure protection, and economic alignment through projects like the Belt and Road. It projects influence across Eurasia, from the Asia-Pacific to Central Asia, in ways Western alliances can no longer replicate. Economically, the SCO leverages trade corridors, energy pipelines, and alternative financial institutions to reduce dependency on Western systems. Militarily, it integrates advanced weapon systems, coordinated command structures, and technological superiority in cyber and strategic domains. Politically, it operates decisively, unencumbered by internal political distractions or transactional negotiations. Unlike NATO or the G7, which often act as symbolic or ceremonial forums, the SCO converts strategic objectives into tangible outcomes. The SCO's rise is accentuated by Western disarray. NATO is divided, the Quad falters on Taiwan, and Trump's cancelled India visit leaves New Delhi exposed and isolated. The G7 is unable to coordinate coherent policy, while BRICS has lost influence as China shifts focus to strengthen the SCO's operational and geopolitical power. Japan's refusal to make preemptive commitments on Taiwan, alongside Australia's cautious posture, underscores the limits of Western alliances. The SCO, by contrast, thrives on structural, strategic, and sovereign coordination, anchored in mutual survival and long-term objectives. The SCO now represents the operational spine of the emerging multipolar world, led by China, Russia, Pakistan, and North Korea, and encompassing 26 active members and observers. The bloc commands critical trade corridors, energy routes, and strategic choke points. It integrates military, economic, and technological tools into a cohesive framework, enabling decisive action and projecting influence globally. SCO is not merely a forum, it is a functional backbone of a new world order, cohesive, strategic, and sovereign, where Western alliances stumble, fracture, and endlessly negotiate without the results. The SCO moves with decisive clarity, strategic purpose, and enduring strength. Unlike the West's fragmented and unreliable blocs, the SCO is not merely the face of the emerging global order, it is its operational core, its spine, and its future. The 26 members form the true foundation of the SCO, while the 4 leaders, Pakistan, China, Russia, and North Korea, whose geography and shared borders with China create an unbroken zone of strategic depth, render the alliance far stronger, more cohesive, and more stable than any Western coalition which remains divided, transactional, and geopolitically constrained. Stay tuned for more updates on this story. Keep watching Ocean News.